Giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. I want to also give double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth, as well as peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered on the four winds, the four corners of the earth, given diligence to make their calling and their election sure. I'm gonna speak on the Lord's mercy, right, in this lesson, all right, because we're about to approach some times where we're gonna need, all right, our divine powers, tender mercies, right, as we see all these things being set up, the ushering of the MOTB, right, these nations such as Russia, right now as we speak, are literally in the neighboring country of Cuba, right on the coast of Florida, at the Atlantic, right, literally doing these exercises, and we see, how this third woe is brewing right before our eyes, man. So the Heavenly Father is going to, He's going to bring that mercy that we continuously read about, right, on the remnant, right, because mainly the remnant, the elect, right, the majority of the remnant is over here in the Americas in the north, right. Although we know that we've been dispersed on the four corners of the earth, right. We're on the other side of America as well. This is not the only place that we're in, but we know that the main deliverance is going to take place in the north. All right. And you got a lot of things going on, so I just want to really just get into what's taking place over in Cuba. And we know that these exercises don't turn instantly into an invasion, but we know that it's preparation, right? There's military drills for reasons, so they're going to, eventually do what they're preparing for, and this is why I believe they're literally at the border.
Stop letting them increase your rates. I used to let them.
Way to Cuba this morning. That happened back in the 1960s, the Cuban Missile Crisis. It was just a little thing. Comes days after a warning from Vladimir Putin that Russia could provide weapons to actors that would then attack Western targets over those countries' support of Ukraine. News Nation's Robert Sherman is following that story from Washington this morning. Good morning, Robert.
Hey, good morning, Leland. It's the latest upping of the ante that's coming from Moscow here, in which you're looking at a nuclear-powered submarine and 3 warships that are set to moor in Havana. For context, it's about 100 miles away from Key West, Florida. Not the first time we've ever seen something like this happen in history, as you pointed out with the Cuban Missile Crisis. But that being said, it is significant considering the comments that have been made by Russian President Vladimir Putin here this week, in which he left the door open for the possibility of providing weapons to adversaries of NATO to strike the West, after the United States said that there's a de facto green light for Ukraine to use U.S.-made weapons in order to strike targets in Russia for the sake of defending the eastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv. Again, I mean, we've seen a lot of tough rhetoric coming from Moscow in recent months that has not led to too much in the way of tangible brinksmanship and action. But seeing these warships heading into the Western Hemisphere for drills that will take place in the Caribbean, U.S. officials say it is significant and it is something that they will be monitoring. Leland?
Yeah, for sure. Monitoring, to say the least. Robert.
All right, and they're sending spies. They're doing a lot. And this is not really being paying noticed, right? But the elect, our job is to go out and speak, and pay attention, to watch. So we warn our brethren, as well as our sisters as well, the Akwath, about what's taking place, right before our eyes. We're watching the infrastructure of the MOTB, right? We're watching, all these things take place, like these war drills, and we know what's going to take place next because it's prophecy, right? This is the book of Ephesians, right? Chapter 2, right? In verse 4, it says, "But the Heavenly Father, who was rich in mercy, for his great love, wherewith he loved us," right? "Even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Hamashiach. By grace you are saved." And that's by him giving us this truth, right? And with this truth that we've been given, we understand that the sword is not anything that we should be in fear of, because the Lord is going to protect us, right? Because there's going to be these times, where it's going to be a limited amount of things that we're going to be able to have, but the Lord is going to increase more of the goods as he's taken away from all of the wicked, right? This is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 15. It says, "But he saveth the poor from the sword," right? So the Heavenly Father is going to save us, right? It says, "From their mouth and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth." So we have hope, and we are that poor nation that the scriptures speak of, right? The nation that's not desired. It says, "Behold, happy is the man whom the Heavenly Father correcteth. Therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty." And a lot of brothers that get judgments, placed upon them, that can't deal with the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, end up falling out, and they end up feeling like they're, pretty much alone, like the Heavenly Father is not dealing with them because they don't understand the scriptures, and that you must go through the straight gate. There's no handouts, right? The Heavenly Father is going to make you work, man, right? And he's not going to give you too much that you can't handle. But if you tap out, then that means you wasn't chosen, man. It says, "For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole," right? So we know that, brothers are going to be exhausted, catching hell, but you got to continue to push, right? "He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword." So World War III is not supposed to make you tremble, knowing that the Heavenly Father is going to protect us, right? We're going to, and in those moments, we're going to be laughing and praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai for him, delivering us, and we're seeing these things take place and documenting them, publishing them with these lessons. So really, this lesson is just about the Lord's mercy, but ultimately it's really a World War III update. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.